Welcome guys and girls to yet another Heroes Evolved video. I am Moon and today it is time for Hero Spotlight, my favorite series of the channel as of right now, and I will explain everything for this hero, the build, the abilities, the way to play, the strengths, the weaknesses. But who is this mysterious hero? If you've clicked the thumbnail, you should already know. It's Cherith. We simply cannot ignore this hero. I mean, Wendy was good, but Cherith is simply amazing. Her skills are the following. Skill number 1, Side Boogie. Cherith swings her side with all of her might, dealing magical damage to surrounding enemy units. Each subsequent Side Boogie cast within the next 5 seconds deals increased damage, stacking up to 4 times. Side Boogie also deals bonus magical damage to enemy units slowed by Queen of Bliss and causes confusion for 1 second. This means that with a cooldown of 3 seconds, you have 2 seconds to recast this ability and make the stacks last. Also, you deal more damage and confuse enemies you hit with Queen of Bliss, which is Cherith's passive. Skill number 2, Succubus Rush. Cherith drags along her side and dashes to the target area, cleaving all enemy units inside for magical damage, while causing movement slow by 30%. Cherith is immune to disables during a dash, and at the end of it she recovers all health lost during a dash. So this slow does not count towards Side Boogie's extra damage, but it does slow them, making it harder for them to run away. And she cannot be disabled during this ability and will regain health she loses, unless she dies of course. Then there will be no health regen. So time this right and you can dodge disables and rush out of team fights if you wish. Should be interesting. Skill number 3, Pleasure Ground, her ultimate. Cherith channels for a split second and then tosses her side to the target area, creating a zone for 6 seconds that deals magical damage to enemy units and causes slow by 30%. The zone then detonates when Cherith steps inside of it, dealing bonus magical damage to enemy units and causing confusion for 1 second. The zone dissipates after the detonation. So once you step in it, all enemies are confused in the zone. And if you got 4 stacks on your passive, then you can confuse another enemy by using Side Boogie again. It also deals damage for 6 seconds if you did not step in it, so make sure you do step in it before it disappears to deal even more damage and confuse them. Then for her passive, Queen of Bliss, Cherith imbues her side with powers of the Succubus whenever she performs a basic attack or casts an ability. At 4 stacks, her next basic attack will deal on-hit bonus magical damage and cause slow by 30% for 2.5 seconds. So this charges with normal attacks and abilities also. And you have 2.5 seconds to use Side Boogie after hitting your 4th strike to confuse the enemy you're probably chasing. So what's next? How should you use these skills and which ones should you max out first? Your first skill, Side Boogie, can be used like Rockman's spammy AoE. It gets stronger the more you use it in succession, so with 4 stacks at the max. So if the teamfight is almost starting, make sure you load up on this ability to deal insane amounts of damage as you jump in. So as you dash in, you will first throw out your ultimate, and if your target is in the area, you jump in. So their natural reaction is to walk out of it, but if they're confused, they cannot. So that's a great 1 second for you to make your next move. Don't wait too long before jumping in. And the damage it deals is nice, but only after you dash in you deal the massive amount of damage you want to do. So then use the Boogie ability, keep spamming it as you're chasing them. Use your normal attacks to kill the targets, and a second skill to chase up on an enemy or jump out of the fight again if your teammates did not jump in. Important is that you will regain the health you lose during its use, so you can even dodge an ultimate or take an ultimate to the face, but since you use the ability, you will regain that health. And excuse me, if you use your Boogie ability after the 4th normal hit, you will confuse the enemy, so that can be super useful when you're chasing somebody, and you can then allow your team to catch up once again. I would max out the jump ability first, so the second skill. With your ult, of course, it's the main source of damage, and the cooldown will be lower of your ability, so you can jump in and out more often. Or if you jump in and it ends up being such a stupid idea, you will at least have a chance to jump back out again. For the build then, I just used the recommended build from Heroes Evolved as it's a relatively new hero. In my opinion, you need a lot of defense to be able to dash in and out without dying, and your abilities deal damage themselves, so you shouldn't worry about those. You can use the critical hit cannon if you want to, for the nice extra damage, but in my opinion you should just keep increasing your health and defense. And one item I do recommend is the Thunder Hammer. I'm not sure how it's called, but the Thunder Hammer. So you can deal a ton of damage after using an ability on your normal strikes. Very well. Let's move on to the game phases, because in the early game you can choose to either jungle or lane, but make sure you join the team fights. If you get fed early game, you can easily gank and jump unaware enemies later. So make sure you don't fall behind on gold, and ideally you want to be ahead. At level 8 or 9 you can surely solo the dragon really fast, so make use of that. I found that when trying to kill Zakar, sometimes Cherith is stuck in her 4th strike, so she keeps hitting a strong damage strike over and over. I'm sure they're gonna fix it, but make use of it while it lasts. If your team is ahead in the team fights, you should jump in when the tank does, so you will both be able to take a lot of damage and deal a lot too. So jump on the main targets like mages and DPS to quickly turn the team fight in your favor. And that being said, the benefits of Cherith are durability, mobility and damage, because with durability you build with your items, you can sustain longer. Your mobility from your 2nd skill just to rush in and out again, and then the damage which you get naturally from leveling up your abilities. That's it for a quick guide on how to play Cherith. I know the gameplay is running in the background. I will focus on that right now, so we can enjoy that together. If you have additional tips, make sure to leave them down below, but for now let's focus on the gameplay. Okay, so we're almost at 7 minutes, 6:53. We're dashing in here, getting a nice kill. I'm just gonna focus on the gameplay right now. I'm hoping you have learned a lot from the Hero Spotlight. I do enjoy this series. It's just a measure of getting people into the game and making people understand the heroes a little bit. I think this is a free kill right here. Penguin is not paying attention at all, so I'm taking this. And that's the nice thing about as with Rockman's ability, you can keep on spamming it, so you can make sure you get those last hits also on Hero. So I think there's a lot of pentakill potential here. Saw somebody do it yesterday. We ended up losing that game though. I'm not sure how, but yeah, it doesn't work out always. We noticed them being around the car when he just dashes in, so yeah, game over, sucker. That's a loss for her, as she could not use that to kick us up. Yeah, she used it to run away. You will notice in this video that my relationship with Wendy is not quite good, because, well, I called her out for running because that's just what Wendy does, and well, I think she called me a noob for, I'm not sure why, for calling her a runner probably. Yeah, that's just how it is, right? Wendy is just a hero who's really focused on dashing in, dashing out, but really on a little bit more of a cowardish way than other heroes. So yeah, you know, you would just want to mess with people sometimes, just then you just call them out for it. Okay, the dragon is almost ready. Quickly mopping up some mobs. Burninator is really going strong. Yeah, I called him out to ward Zakar. As you see, Wendy and Penguin are also are both here, so this is really top priority, because if we lose Zakar, you can lose the entire game, even though we have most of our towers. So yeah, I think Wendy's dashing out. I'm not sure. No, she's still here. Okay, so that will be a free kill. She filled her rush there, so she couldn't get out of there. Zakar slows us all down, so it's difficult to catch Penguin off guard. But
let's kill Zakar.
He gets killed by, how's she called again? Harlequin. Man, it really messed me up there. So now we got Zakar, but we're heading on further in the game because it did not work out as planned. So let's see how we go here. Penguin comes in from the side. I spotted him from the dragon and he is dead, just like that. Focus on the DPS, get him down, tank is down. I'm jumping in again. Unfortunately, Lunaria made Stein disappear, so that was not as easy. But we are continuing here. This could have been a potential ultra kill right here. Okay, so when he's in the left side of their jungle, I say this because I'm noticing her approaching the dragon. So here begins the bad relationship with Wendy. I'm running off first, so I did that first. And basically I'm now just watching her, you know, as she jumps into the side area. I'm jumping in, a lot of damage. Great thing we stuck around, because now we get a kill and a dragon, which is, I think a normal kill gives you about 200 gold, maybe 350 in the late game, and a dragon gives you 500 as well, right? Man, I should watch my own jungle video again, because I'm not sure. Okay. Nice. Unfortunately, Harlequin died there, trying to finish off the Raven. Raven is a fun hero as well, not mastered him yet. He's quite difficult. I wasn't sure Cleopatra was dashing in there, but she ended up doing that, which is a great move from her. Oh, excuse me. We get mopped up here because I was taking too much damage in the end. I was standing inside of Stein's AoE for the entire time, jumping on ahead once again. Wendy is here, so we are jumping in on her because she thinks she's gonna get the tower for free. She ends up getting the tower, but my teammates pick up a nice kill again. Harlequin fires off her ultimate into this group, which I think cleans them up. Really nice. Burninator as well. We're 5 versus 1 right here. This could be our final push. We're all level 15s, right? So this could be it. Cleo is level 14 actually. Clearing up. Penguin here. Raven spawns in. The unfortunate thing here is that all of their heroes are spawning in right after another. So there will always be somebody defending this, and if we don't clean them up right away, we will not end up killing them and cleaning up this game. I used my item there because I thought I was going to receive way more damage, which did not end up happening. This is where things start going bad, because Cleo is dead, Burninator is losing all of his HP, dead as well. So this is the moment where we should get out. Wendy, still a coward in my opinion, now dashes in, really smart, not helping her team out earlier. Just when kills are up for grabs, she's dashing in. Triple kill from Stein actually. So yeah, I'm their opponent. I'm not gonna give them the pentakill for free, so we're running out. Here they are sieging our towers, so we are going in, cleaning up Stein, our #1 priority. He gets cleared out. Their tank is also down, so this means that we can really do work now. Finish up this egg before it hatches again. Making sure we get the last hit as well. Wendy is out of there, of course. She's the first to run. And she also can do this. So I'm starting on Zakar. 3 of them are down. I wish my teammates would have helped out, because then it would only take like 10 seconds. But now it's gonna take me over half a minute. Excuse me. Although what the team is doing is great too. It's a great move, but you gotta commit to it. And I thought, if we get Zakar, we're gonna win the next team fight for sure as well. And then this game is just wrapped up. Bottom lane tower gets pushed by our minions. Minos dashes in to stop that, or Wendy. It's always quite close with Zakar if you're one-on-one him. So if you get ganked, it's difficult to survive. Okay, we end up killing him. It was actually only 45 HP left on him, so if somebody would have been close, we would have lost that for sure. So right now Cleo unfortunately dies, so I was just a little bit late, I think. But on the other hand, maybe she should have kept her ultimate to flee. I'm focusing on Wendy here, who's actually full HP, so this might be difficult for me. Using my item, using everything I got right now to make sure that we survive this fight. I'm calling for backup. which you don't see, but I'm calling for backup. Now she's dashing out once again because she is losing this fight, using her ultimate as well to dash back in. Okay, so great placement for her ultimate, and then dashing out to slow us down, to get a lot extra damage on us. Yeah, I'm not too happy with my teammates right now, as I got the Zakar buff and we still end up losing that fight. Mostly because Cleo was gone right away. Yeah, I'm gonna get Stein here. I want to get Stein here because he just got a triple kill. He's really strong. It does not work out that way, as we get thrown up in the air, making sure that we do not get any extra damage. But their mage was there, their DPS was there, so we basically got knocked out of the sky hard. They're not going for the dragon, which surprises me. Excuse me. Which surprises me, as I think they really need the gold. They are actually ahead, which I did not. It did not feel that way during the game. So here we hanging on for our lives. I still got 15 seconds before I respawn. Cleopatra dashes in, stuns them, uses her ice armor to deal intelligence damage. She got to dash out of there because she's almost dead, and 50 seconds on respawn is just too much at this point in the game. Burninator ends up dying, so I'm the only tank right now. I'm going full force. Cleo is dashing in. She's not dashing in. I'm dashing in. There's an egg here, clearing that out. And now it's just me versus Penguin. Who's faster? Let's see. I use my items which control immune, make sure that you won't get slowed down. And we end up clearing out this Penguin. To be honest, I really think we needed a hero who could keep up with Penguin, as he was so fast. Let's see who's better at parkour here. Wendy, what are you doing? She's still chasing. She used it way too early, so now she's slowly moving forward before she can cross the wall. And she goes for a buff. Obviously spotted by me. I'm not letting that slide. Unfortunately, I do not end up picking up this buff, I think. Lucky for me, it's just a gold buff. So if it was attack, defense, or speed, I would not have survived that. I'm fighting her on her terrain, but she dashes out. And this is where I'm gonna call it out, because it is so weak. You're fighting head to head, right? I would have just enjoyed that fight. Even if I lost, I wouldn't have minded, because it was a great fight. It's just two almost identical heroes fighting against each other. So, well, I get this insult back at my head. So at that point, I just know this is over. We are winning this right now. I'm not gonna make this take one more extra second. And that's the truth. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like it. Make sure that you subscribe to show your support. I will continue uploading games like this, making sure that this series goes on, because it is so much fun. I hope you enjoyed, because I did for sure. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.